Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Bob's Live, our weekly show right here on the internet. And of course, you can find us every Tuesday at 5 p.m. streaming on Rumble, Facebook, X, and YouTube. And also, you can watch the YouTube stream live over on our website at bobsmarket.com/live. And also there you can find all of the previous episodes of Bob's Live. I forgot to mention it, but a couple episodes back we passed 150. So it's quite a few episodes under our belt now. This week I wanted to start off with a little bit of an announcement, and that is what is happening at our markets right now. Because if you haven't noticed, we're heading into September, which is the start of pumpkin spice season. Yeah, so fall is starting to arrive at our markets. So let's head down to Gallipolis and check it out.
Hi, John Morgan here, and today I am down at our Gallipolis, Ohio market. Right now, all of our market locations are fully stocked with mums. And this is actually the perfect time to buy a mum. You want to buy it when it's just starting to show color. That means that there's still plenty of buds left to give you color well into the fall season. And remember that mums like to be watered at their base. They don't like to have their foliage watered. And you want to water them rather deeply a couple times a week and kind of let the root ball dry out just a little bit in between waterings. Mums like to have wet feet but a dry head. We're just getting started with the fall season. Soon we'll have pansies, ornamental cabbage and kale, and also fall pumpkins. But also at each of our stores, be sure to check out our other fall goodies.
So yeah, at our stores right now, we're getting in fall mums here in about 4-ish weeks or so. I'm not sure how far along they are out in the greenhouse, but we'll start having pansies and ornamental cabbage and kale and all that good stuff. I did mention in the video watering your mums. They like to have wet feet and a dry head. Right now, the wet feet is a little bit of an issue. So let's check the weather out next. It is hot. It is stinking hot outside. It's currently 96 out, and the header there is cutting off the top of the screen, but we actually have a heat advisory out for us right now. And yeah, Patty says the heat index in Chicago is 115 right now. Yeah, it is insanely hot everywhere. I mean, you walk outside and it just sort of hits you like a brick. The air is just soupy right now. It's so hot. And yeah, the heat index here is 103 right now. And if we jump over to the daily forecast, it is just going to stay hot. We're looking at close to 100 tomorrow. I think it kind of peaks out tomorrow. And then even heading into the weekend, looks like we might get some rain on Saturday according to this forecast. I don't know how accurate that is though, because we're, in the middle of a drought. How many times during the last few months has rain been in the forecast and then it just didn't materialize? So yeah, it's hot and dry. And to go along with that, oh, there we go. I lost my mouse for a second. Um, to go along with that, over on our podcast, the Keep Growing podcast, I'm going to be talking about the drought and how dry it is. But also, check out this map that just came out. Um, they have our area here in Mason and kind of the mid Ohio Valley area, which is sort of our main coverage area in the extreme drought zone. And of course, this map is just West Virginia. The bubble extends over into Ohio also. Um, yeah, it is really really dry. Something that I'm going to be doing this week is I am kind of scrapping my plans for the blog post this week and writing about the drought. Um, so if you want to learn some tips and tricks for nursing your plants through a dry period, um, we're going to be covering that on Friday on our blog. And well, the other thing that I wanted to show you this week is kind of get your mind off the drought, I guess. I thought we would take a look at the new variety displays that were at Cultivate this year. So when I shot this video, it's on a busy trade show floor, so I can't really do a lot of talking. So I just thought we'd take a look at the pretty flowers. So these are all new varieties that are just now coming out on the market. And I know some of these that I saw, you'll probably see next year at our stores. Because some of these plants were from breeders that we buy from and use their products. So let's check out the new varieties. I'm here at Cultivate, where we have the new varieties display. So let's walk around and we'll take a look at some of the new varieties that are going to be hitting the market. Oh, there we go. I missed the end of the video. So, yeah, those are new varieties. Of course, it's a bunch of different breeders, and we don't carry all of those products, but it gives you a good idea of sort of the direction that the industry is going in. And over this winter, something that I want to dig into is kind of native plants and then also nativars. So there were a lot of new varieties this year that were nativars. So it's a native plant that's been bred to not only look good but also have the beneficial environmental effects. So a lot of times if you breed a native plant, it might change the pollen such that a bee can no longer use it. A nativar sort of kind of gives you the best of both worlds. So you're getting a pretty plant without the impact of, say, losing beneficial pollen or something like that. One of the varieties that I saw in there is it's called Supertunia Tiara Pink, and I know Vista Bubblegum, Supertunia Vista Bubblegum, is always a super popular variety here in our area, and I think this Tiara Pink is one that'll probably kind of compete with it because it's a little bit darker than the Vista Bubblegum, but it has that same growth habit where it really mounds up and produces this beautiful mound of petunia flowers. So yeah, that was some of the new varieties. And well, that is all that I have for this week. It's kind of a short episode, I know. Uh, but yeah, check out our blog this Friday. I'm going to be digging into the drought and kind of looking at the numbers and the forecast for the future as far as the drought goes, and then also what you can do to protect your landscape, because we're at a point with this drought that you need to start worrying about things like your trees and your shrubs and a lot of the kind of more permanent plants in your landscape. Um, so we're going to dig into that on the blog this Friday. And well, until next time, keep growing.